first opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They'll take that. 14 yards on play number one.
First down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Jones. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2nd and 10. Downs going in motion right. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Throwing, Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Colts.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
Here we go. Hey, 70 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Jeanty. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Gino going to hand it to Jeanty. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And if his coaches are correct, we're going to see a lot more runs like that from this young rookie going forward.
And you know, slapping each other on the back up in the booths right now? The scouting department, because they really recommended this guy highly, and he's justifying their faith in him.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Jeanty will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
Las Vegas.
So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Colts nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 38-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
That's another Colts.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
25-yard line.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Jones wants to change it up. Again, it's Taylor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Viking 18. Say, hey.
And now they'll shift things around. In motion right is Pittman. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And the Raider first down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Raiders.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Smith. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Second down and 10.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Hey, here we go, hey.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Throwing now is Geno. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on fourth down. They snap it to Smith. And this one is incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Jones throwing to start the drive. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Jones breaking from the contact. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Let's go. Hurt, hurt. Cougar 9, Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Warrior 70. Panther 11. Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Jones. It's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip. Through the end zone for a touchback here. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
47-yard line.
Right back to Genty on first down. The tackle there by George Odom.
He was brought
They
down.
went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 8. Back to throw, Smith. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Smith's pass.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Geno now to throw. They'll get this out to Genty. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They run with Thomas. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Smith. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll try to punch it in with Genty. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for Colts TDs. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Spencer Schrader to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Stopped in his tracks by Ahmad Gardner. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Smith. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.